So going to Bali, my big question is, haven't been there for a year, is Bali still worth it in 2026? What's changed? How good is it? Let's go and find out. I don't know if it's just me, but getting to Newcastle Airport, there's been some big changes here in the last couple of years. So going to Bali, my big question is, haven't been there for a year, is Bali still worth it in 2026? What's changed? How good is it? Let's go and find out. Just passing through the new international terminal in Newcastle, and yeah, it's just pretty impressive. Flights soon to Singapore, direct to Bali. We've been travelling to Bali since 1985, so on this trip I wanted to see what's Bali really like in 2026. I'm trying to see it through the eyes of if you were somebody going there for the first time. I'm taking a friend round with me. He doesn't want to be on camera, but we're just going to see if it was your first time in Bali, what is it like compared to back in the 80s? The reason I say 1980s is that's when I first went, but gee, a lot's changed since then. For me, it's that moment you get off the plane, they put you on the bus, you get in, get your baggage, you smell that smell of Bali, you hear the gambling in the background, you know you're on holiday. So here we are at Swastika, and I've got one of the rooms down near the pool. You can walk straight out to the pool, and I thought I'd just show you what's in here. Save showing you my dirty room. So here you've got a nice double, fridge, TV, everything you need, and I'll put the prices up here. But this is right smack bang in the middle of Sanur, directly opposite the icon, easy walk to the beach, straight access out to a pool, breakfast included, perfect. I've also got access to the Swastika Guesthouse twin and double room. This one is upstairs, and the beauty of this one, it looks straight out over the pool. There's about 3 in a row that have a really nice balcony. Perfect. Well, it feels good to be back in Bali. I'm walking down Sindhu this morning just thinking, where do I start? I got here for Oga Oga, had Nyepi yesterday, day of silence, and today traffic's back out, people are on the go. So I thought what I might do is just walk down from Sindhu, turn left towards the marina, see what's changed, what's new in Sanur in 2026 on the north end. Just have a look around. Come and join me. One thing that tells me that I'm back in Sanur, back in Bali, is these coral walls. They've been there forever. A long time ago they were taken from out of the sea. It's not current, but back when they used to make a lot of the structures from the coral that washed onto the beaches. Good morning, selamat pagi. It's not because it's Nyepi or Oga Oga the night before. The celebration, the ceremony, it's still here. It's behind the scenes, it's every day. And just walking down to the beach today, you see it straight away. Also, the first thing I'm noticing as I come down here is it's busy. I think a lot of families are down here. They've taken probably the Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday. And it's very much a family day down here today on Sindhu Beach, Sanur. Wow, she's busy today. It's very much like a Sunday down at Sanur or Sindhu. Everybody's out, 8 o'clock in the morning, sun's shining. There was a brief storm that come through as usual. But these are the reasons you come to Bali. This is pretty spectacular. So I wasn't expecting that busyness. So now I'm just going to keep walking north, see what's changed. Things like Lutu's hasn't, bikes on the pathway haven't. Bali looks green most of the time, but after a bit of rain, it really is. It really is green today. Birdhouse, busy as usual. Nice and tropical this morning, birdhouse. As I walk up the beach, I'm not going to give an identifier of every restaurant, every cafe, every warung. I'm just going to see what's changed, show the things that I like, see what's happening today. But I have seen, as I got down to the end of Segara, there looks like there's a couple of food stands here that are not normally here, or 6 months ago weren't. Might be a thing for today, could be something completely new. I'm going to just check them out, see what food they're selling. Okay. So we've got a bit of everything here. Nasi champur, satay sticks, water, desserts. Not sure if this is just a holiday thing or if it's here all the time now. Let me know in the comments if this is permanent. And to me, this end is the best beach in Sanur. Like, you can have all the touristy ones down the south end, but this on its day is as good as it gets. So just at the end of Segara now, and we're near the, I call it the Bali Economic Development Zone, and you've got So, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but So Sanur, which is the new villas coming down this end. So if you haven't been to Bali before, or it's been a while, you've now got the Maru down this end. Very, very nice pool, nice resort, right in front of the beach. I think it pretty much ticks every box. I may as well just take a moment at the moment while I've got this landscape. Just what are my plans at the moment? Well, I've got a friend here, never been to Bali, so I'm going to take him on a 21-day road trip, do a bit of a circle, go to places that most people don't go, or they go to, Chandidasa, Ahmed, Munduk, Bator, those type of places. And then after that, maybe another week in Sanur. Then I think I'm going to head through Java, bit of a slow travel trip, week by week, Bromo, Beleng, Jogjakarta, Bandung and Jakarta. Then off to Malaysia for a couple of months, and then I think I might come back to Bali and do a couple of months just resting in Bali, shoot a few videos, see what happens. So the Bali Beach Hotel behind me, tallest building in Bali, built, I think it was back in the 70s. It's had a few makeovers over the years, but recently during this economic zone redevelopment, it's had an upgrade, and it looks like it's got a really good restaurant in there. It's got good facilities. I'll put some details down below if you want to have a look at it. Be a nice place to stay in Bali. Just haven't seen much change at all in the north end. Yeah, I was here 9 months ago. The economic development zone was well underway and near completion. But I know there's a lot of restaurants further up north near the marina. They were starting to open when I was last here. So I think that's the next thing that I will see a significant change. And I have heard that it's been well taken up by the locals. So Might go up there, have a coffee, some morning tea. So just up from the convention centre, this looks new, the Matcha Sanur, a coffee spot right on the beach. So as you're walking down the beach and you come to the Candi Bentar at the end of Jalan Hang Tua, that's where I think you'll see the most difference up this northern end of Bali. That's where you're going to come and see probably about 30 new restaurants where the old rooms used to be. So it seems to be down here, a lot of cafes, a lot of ice cream, a lot of food. And I think I said in a video I previously did, down here they took away a lot of warungs, but the infrastructure down here and probably the economic benefits going through here, there's a whole, this is not tourist. This is Indonesians, this is Balinese, this is busy down here. So I didn't count them, but there's easily 40, 45 restaurants along here, from desserts, coffee shops, baby girling. It's all here, it's busy. And to be honest, I think it's pretty good. So perfect place to have a coffee. I think I've got a butterscotch creme brulee coffee or something like that. I might have to start an Instagram channel, but good place to have a break. Lots of people here. It's pretty good. Those restaurants, they're not everybody's holiday. For some people, they prefer Old Bali, but for others, that's the perfect holiday. I suppose that's a good thing about Bali. There's a bit for everybody. Let's have a look at the marina and we'll call it a day. So that's it, 2 kilometres from the icon up to the marina. Not a bad walk. Best to go early in the morning because if you're doing it during the day, it does get very hot. But for me, what's changed? Not much in the last year. There are things going up, but yeah, nothing substantial. The biggest thing I see is those restaurants up on this northern end. That's the big change. But if you hadn't been up here, do that early morning walk, come up for lunch. There's a lot to see there. It's not probably a lot of people's Balinese holiday, but for some, it's exactly what they want.